she on?
No.
It's live.
Oh, is it? Then I get time.
It's live.
What is that quilt? Oh my God, it's beautiful.
Isn't that cute? It is so cute.
It's sew by row.
Oh, sew by row. That's
Sew by
right.
row, the reprise.
That's
We're
right.
bringing it back.
We're bringing back sew by row. We thought we'd give you something pretty to look at it instead of looking at Katie and me while you're waiting for a few people to join us.
Let's just get to
Let's just get to it. Hello, everybody. It's so fun to see you guys joining. This is actually a quilt that Jill made last year, and we loved it so much, and they reprinted all the fabric, and we decided that we just needed to kit it again. So we thought each day we'd give you guys, or not each day, each week, we'd give you a kit of the week. So this is our kit of this week. It's sew by row. I'll show you more details when we move to the back of the store. But I just wanted you to come up and have something pretty to look at. Hi, everybody. I see you all saying hello, hello, hello. Yes, it is a cute Lori Holt quilt. Yes, it is. She has a lot of fun techniques, a lot of little flip and sew. We also have buttons that you can use to go with it. So we will show you all about that in a minute. I am up at the front of the store. So we're going to do a little quick tour of a couple things that have come in new. We'll walk around. Customers are in the building still. Here we are.
We got our science fabric.
Yes, by the way, we're Kathy and Katie from Quilt Beginnings in Columbus, Ohio. Just thought we should say hi to everybody. So this is a cute science periodic table for the scientist in your life. Actually good for a boy or a girl that might like science.
I was a scientist in my previous life, so I love the chemistry fabric.
Yes, very cute.
Quilting.
Yes. And then here are some of the companions that go with it. So, just some fun, multicolored alphabet
Great
equations.
For maths, going back to school.
Yeah, hopefully these kids get back in school. Science formulas, math, just some fun fabric. Hello, hello. All right, there's one new collection.
Beautiful black and white.
We got lots of black and whites. Lots and lots and lots of black and whites. I'm still masked. I'll turn you around and say hi. Hello. Still masked because I'm in the front of the room, but we are going to go to the back of the building and we have some things planned for you. We are very, very excited that we added some new classes. We're starting classes again. And one of the classes that we're going to offer is, I got to grab my Katie, flip it around here. Katie.
Central tote bag.
That's right. So this is for brand new people who want to start sewing. And it's a lined, fully lined tote bag made out of canvas. And it's super simple. It's a 4-hour class that someone who hasn't really sewn before and just wants to get introduced to sewing would take. We have lots of canvas here. So it's fun to see kind of what could you make that would be similar but different. I'm going to try and not make you dizzy, but just give you some idea of different color schemes you could use for a tote bag should you decide you want to do that. These are super fun. I love the rabbits in this. I think this one's really cool. Just fun graphics. Lots of fun graphics. Some more traditional prints. And some grays. Making my way around the canvas rack. This one's beautiful too. I love the texture of that. Isn't that pretty? Nice texture. And then some oranges for the brighter lovers. Here you go. All right. I'm going to turn you back around because we're going to go for a walk. Hello again. We're going to walk to the back of the building since we still have customers up front. And we're going to do a couple things for you back here. So we are starting our classes, as I had just said, and I thought it'd be fun for you guys to see what we have going. A lot of it is geared for people who are, I just crossed into this back part of the building, so I can take this off now. Hello. I'm back where all the customers are up front. So I'm back here, and oh, look who's with me. Here's Miss Joyce. Yeah, so Joyce is starting a new Accuquilt Club, which we're going to talk about in just a minute. I do have to laugh at myself. I don't know how many of you were with me last week when I said that this would be quilted and I would be ready for binding it. Well, you can see it's hanging exactly like it was. Does that ever happen to you guys where you're like, oh, I'm going to get this done and it doesn't happen? So that was me. I thought it would be quilted. I thought we'd be ready for binding this week, but that's not the way it went. So it's still in its original state. I did want to show you the kit that we had made up front. So this, let me just flip it around again. This is our featured kit this week. It's the row by row. This is the book. And for those of you that didn't see the quilt up front, here's a great picture of it back here. It's a nice size too. It's Lori Holt, and I'm trying to think how big it is. Let me just look inside. It's 74 by 85. There's a picture of it. It comes with all the Lori Holt, the Shabby Cottage fabric. So there's all different colors. This is how the kit is kind of broken down for you. So lots of different colors. And then there's also a lot of buttons on it. I don't know if you could tell when you were looking at the sample, but all of these little guys right here are all little buttons. And they're on the sewing machine. Flip it over. They're on the scissors, have a button on them. The pin cushions have little buttons on them. Lots of buttons. So they come in these color packs. There's 5 different color packs that are available, different size bead buttons. There they are. If you're interested in getting a kit or a book, they are on our website. So you can go on our website, look under products, and then at the top of the page is featured, and you'll see the featured products that we're doing on Facebook Live. The kit includes the book, not the buttons, but the book and all the fabrics. It's $164.95, and you can get it there. You can call the shop. You can comment here. We'll do whatever you want to make it easy for you. So that is nothing to do with classes, but we do think it's a really cute kit. For classes, one of the things that we're really excited about is we're having Lori Hernandez back. Now, I don't know if you guys know Lori Hernandez. She has come to our store for multiple years and taught incredible serger technique classes. We love having her. She usually comes for a 3-day workshop, 2 or 3-day workshop, and she's doing Lori's collaborations, exploring the endless possibilities of creativity on the serger. This is open to anyone who owns a serger. And it's going to be a video class. So you will be actually in a private Facebook group with Lori and all of your classmates. And then each week she will post 4 to 5 videos on different techniques that will be covered on the serger. She'll do 3 weeks focused on the overlock, I believe, and 2 weeks focusing on the cover hem. So if you want to know more about serging and you're curious to do an in-home, very in-depth class, you'll get about 4 full hours of video instruction broken into about 25 different videos, I believe. You'll also get a workbook from us and all the fabric that you need. It's $89, but if you sign up by next Tuesday, 2/16, it'll be $69. And she's available to sign up online, or you can call the store and do it that way. But it will be a Facebook learning environment, and she will do Facebook Lives. It's going to be determined once the group is established, but it'll probably be towards the end of the week. There'll be 3 live episodes, and everything will be recorded so you can watch it at your leisure. We also have some premiere classes lined up, and we're excited about those. Those we've done through Zoom. It's a great mechanism for teaching if you're doing computer work. Libby Van Treese does the classes for us, and she does a great job. Premiere is still half price until we're sold out, so it's a great time if you're thinking about digitizing software and you want to get the basics under your belt. There is a basics club that's starting to meet this month, and it's 3 sessions for, let's see, $60, 3 3-hour sessions, and you will learn all about your software from the beginning to the end. For those of you who are brand new to the quilting world, can I borrow you guys and hold up the ABCs?
So much fun. Oh my God.
So this is our ABCs our ABCs classic. It is a classic. We've taught this class since pretty much the day we opened, I think. It's great for beginners, and we have new sessions starting. We're doing something really different this year. We're doing it on Fridays. A lot of people are working or they're staying at home with children, and we thought Friday afternoons or Friday evenings would be really popular. The Friday evenings are getting a really good take rate, which is very fun. It's $99 for 7 sessions, and you get most of your sewing done in class. So you'll be able to finish this quilt top. You also get to do a taste of embroidery. So part of the quilting is done with an embroidery machine, and then all the piecing, obviously, and a little stitch in the ditch. And you always have it, even have it bound when you're done with it. Okay, so that's our quilting ABCs. So we have Start Quilting, Start Embroidering, a Serger workshop, some software classes. But one thing that has been a huge favorite of ours for a long time is the Accuquilt Club. And Joyce has a large following of Accuquilt. And so we decided to do the Accuquilt. I'm sorry, I'm reading comments, and I know Jan. Sorry, Jan Knuckles asked if you can watch the 3-hour sessions on Premiere at your leisure, and I'm not sure because it's Zoom if we'll be able to record those.
We normally don't. It's too big of a file.
Right. So we want to do the premiere where you could watch it at your leisure, but unfortunately we cannot. With Lori Hernandez, because it's in a Facebook group, you can totally watch at your leisure. All the videos are available to you the whole time. I don't know if there's a way if we could videotape the Zoom with a video camera.
She'd have to have somebody there, right? Because she does it from her home.
Yeah, but if we did it from here remotely, I don't know. We would love to be able to. So we're still trying to figure out all this technology of how to offer you virtual classes. How we're offering, well, Joyce, I'll let you talk about how you're offering yours.
Okay.
So,
do you want me to start with the Accuquilt and just tell you?
Yeah. So Joyce is going to do, she's doing her Accuquilt Club, and we thought we'd just give you an overview. We've sold tons of Accuquilt product, and there's a lot of people that have the equipment or are curious about the equipment. So we thought we'd give you a quick demo to get started with it, and then she'll talk to you about her club. So Joyce.
Thank you. I'm so excited to be here, and I'm so excited about Accuquilt. If you know me, you know that it has totally changed my quilting life. I love it, and I know many of you, it has done the same thing. So, there we are.
I'm going to do it this way so that your voice
you can hear me.
Mic.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. So, anyways, Accuquilt is a cutting system, and we have, I am standing actually in front of the electric cutter. We also have behind Kathy, we have a, our hand crank, which is the original over here. We're going to walk over here. This is the original cutter. And look how little space it takes up in your sewing room, hardly any at all. When you're ready to cut, all you do is open it up. So I'm just taking the handles. There we go. We're ready to cut out our quilts. And so for those of you who don't know, who are new to Accuquilt, what you do is, let's take, oh, it's right here next to me. Okay, so you get a die with this. This is the original, and it comes with a value die. I'm just going to pull all this off. It's a square and 2 sizes of squares and a half square triangle. And the reason why everybody loves Accuquilt so much is because you don't have to, use all kinds of rulers to get specific shapes. It cuts off the tips for your half square triangles. You can cut how many layers at a time, ladies?
6!
Yay, they got the right answer. It's amazing how fast that goes when you can cut out 6 layers at a time. So for instance, I have you want to like zoom, not zoom, but place it over, I don't know if they can see. But we're just going to take this fabric, and I'm just covering the shape. So our blades are embedded into this foam. You can't cut yourself on it. And I'm just going to make sure that it's 2 tones. So if I'm covering up that shape, I know, and I can't see that shape anymore, I know it's going to cut. So there's 2 layers. Here's 3 layers. This particular strip of fabric is going to let me cut out 4 of the squares at the same time. I'm just going to lay, this is, here, I'm going to lay this right here for my other 2 pieces. So isn't this a great way to use all of your scraps? And then you get a mat. So the mat you can use either side, and you'll want to use both sides so it wears evenly and it'll last a lot longer for you. We're just going to put it on top of that. So now I have my cutting die. I have my my label here, which is the side where your straight of grain should face. And then I have my mat on top. This is the original one, so I'm just going to put it, actually, let me flip it around because I don't have that long of arms that I can reach around on the other side of the table. So we're just going to turn this around. open it back up. So easy to do. Now I have the little crank right here. We're just going to put this on. I'm going to show you how easy it is to cut all those shapes out at one time. So we're just going to bring it up to the crank. Oops. And then we're just going to start bringing it through. And it's so easy. Look at that. I'm not doing anything. One hand. Okay, here we go. And out of the other side pops the die. And we're just going to slide it off just like that and then I'm putting my hand on the shape. And look at this. Here we go. We cut out all those squares perfectly, all exactly the same size at one time. Now, if you cut your shapes the same size every time, then they're going to give you nice flat blocks. Everything's going to fit together nicely. There's no stretching or puckering. Okay, and here, this is what everybody loves. These half square triangles. So normally with a half square triangle, you're going to have a square, you're going to draw a line, you're going to sew a scant 1/4 inch on each side. You might use triangle paper like Kathy loves to do. But here we go. So we've cut out, and on this particular shape, we're able to cut out 2 half square triangles at one time. If I did 6 layers, that is 12 half square triangles that fast. And I cut other squares too, so super fast. But look at this. We're going to take these half square triangles, and you'll see that there are no points on there, right? I don't know if you can tell that, okay? And then we're just gonna put them right sides together. Look at that, they're exactly the same size. It's a joy to do half square triangles now. And we're going to sew from this point down to this point right here. That's 1/4 inch, nothing to trim. Your points are gonna come out perfect every time. You're going to love it. So much fun. So this is the original Accuquilt cutter, very easy to turn. Let's go over here now to the electric. Don't I have the best camera person ever? She's so smooth, she's so smooth. Okay, this one is my favorite. This is the Accuquilt Go Big. And this is how small this one is. So it's just this much room, and we just lay it flat, just like this. We open up the door, it's plugged in, we turn it on with a switch, we're ready to cut. Now this one is super easy. It comes with the Flying Geese die, so let me show you here. I already had it prepped. I'm taking it apart so you can see it. This is the Flying Geese. I used to hate Flying Geese. My Flying Geese were so wonky, it wasn't a pretty thing. But I love to do them now because they're perfect every time. So here I have 6 layers of fabric. I've already folded them. I'm gonna put it on the body of this Mr. Goose here, okay? We're just gonna lay it on there, just like that. So you see that the image is covered. Now I have my wings, and I'm gonna put that over here, covering up that image, make sure that's all together. Then we take our mat, right, which we can flip either way just to keep it, you know, maintain the life of it. And here we go. I'm gonna work really hard to cut this, and I'm done. I'm gonna let that machine do the work. I can go do anything else I want. I can send a text message, I can iron, I can get other fabric ready. Once it's popped through, you can just leave it. Just leave it there. You don't have to come rescue it. When you're ready to come to it, here it is. We're all done. Wasn't that hard? It's so easy, isn't it? We're gonna slide it right off. There we go. I'm putting my hand on the shape. Look at that, it's so exciting. And here are my half square triangles. Look at that, perfect. Here we go. A 1/4 square triangle, which can get wonky very easily because we have a lot of bias going on there, but these are perfect. Half square triangles, we've done 2. 6 layers at a time is gonna give me 12. So actually here I have enough to do my Flying Geese. I'll put it up here on the board so you can see how fun it is. We're gonna go down here, can you see? So here is my 1/4 square triangle, and here is my half square triangle. Look how that fits on there. There is no guesswork at all. Nothing to trim when you're finished. We're gonna sew from this point here to this point here, and your machine's not gonna wanna eat those up anymore because we don't have those tiny little points at the top. It'll just flow right through. Once we sew it and fold it back, then we get our next piece right here, and it's going to fit perfectly. There is no guesswork. Your Flying Geese are not going to be wonky. They're going to be straight, and you are going to get perfect points. So there's one other die I want to talk to you about, and we're not going to send it through, but I have to share it because it's their best-selling die. This is the 2.5-inch strip cutter, and everybody loves it because what do we do with 2.5-inch strips? We do our binding, a lot of us do. We do jelly roll. There's so many things that you can do with jelly rolls. You can cut your own. And you know how sometimes when you cut, it has a little wave in the middle? You don't get that anymore. It's perfectly straight. And again, 6 layers at a time. If I layered 6 layers at a time on this particular die, I sent it through once, that's enough binding for your queen size quilt. Easy and fast, right? You will love it. Now I want to tell you one more thing before I tell you about our exciting new club. These machines are on special right now, and they are, there's a $100 rebate on the one I showed you over there with the hand crank. This one, which is my favorite, if you're really serious about getting in it, this is where you want to start. So this is going to be a $100 rebate off of this one. And there's one more really wonderful kit called the Ready, Set, Go, which is the hand crank. You get the 2.5-inch strip cutter I showed you, and you get the 8-inch cube. You get a book, you get a pick, you get everything you need to get started. So it's fabulous. That one is also a $100 rebate. So you really want to take advantage of that. So that is kind of in a nutshell what Accuquilt is all about. Now I'm really excited to tell you about the new block of the month that Accuquilt is offering, and we're going to be doing it here at Quilt Beginnings, and I'm super excited because I miss all of you in club, and so this is the way that I can stay connected with you. So I hope you all sign up, but this is it. Let me get the picture. Kathy's gonna, can we see that? Oh, you can see it really good. Look at that, how beautiful that is. And a novice would probably say, oh my gosh, I can't do that. But you can, because you can do anything with the Accuquilt cutter because it cuts all those shapes out for you. Look at all these different type shapes, and a beginner normally would like steer away from that, but you don't have to because it's going to be cut out perfectly. So if you are thinking about getting an Accuquilt cutter, or maybe you already got one and you haven't taken it out of the box yet. Well, this is a really great way for you to get engaged, because when you use your cutter, and if you're doing it on a block of the month like we're going to be doing, what's going to be great is you're going to use it over and over again, and you're going to love it, and you're going to love the way your points come out perfectly every time and how fast it is to do it. So then your mind is going to be like, I can do all my quilt cutting with the Accuquilt cutter, and that's going to make you use it. Ask anybody that's in our club, they're going to tell you the same thing. So whether you're a beginner, you're someone who's thinking about getting one, or you're one of my beloved club members who've been with me all these years, this is really going to be a fun time. So let me tell you a little bit about it, okay? First of all, we have, when you sign up, we have a fabric requirement sheet. And so, oops, I'm showing you the wrong one. I didn't know it until she zoomed in. Okay, it's going to look like this. It's going to have a picture of the quilt, and then it's going to tell you how much fabric you're going to need for each of them. So for instance, this is similar to what Kay England did on her quilt. So kind of more of a solids looking, and then she used like greens and blues and reds and yellows and a focus fabric. So this is kind of what this one looks like. Then I chose to go with a beautiful gypsy sole. It's kind of like a tone-on-tone ombre. Really fun to look. So you can actually kind of tell here how this is actually one fabric, but it has some movement in it because of the ombre. So kind of fun to play with. So I'm always excited to see what you guys pick out. You always do a really great job to, mix it up, and they're always beautiful. I have not seen an ugly quilt yet. Okay, so anyway, so what is going to happen each month is you will get that we're going to release it the third Wednesday of every month. We're going to release the material. There'll be a video of me instructing you like how do we cut this out, how do we assemble this together. So you'll get that. Also with the video, you're going to get the handouts with from your yardage, how much do you need to cut off of it for that month? Then how do you subcut it, into smaller pieces so that it fits on your die correctly? And then you will also get, I think I left it right over here. Oh, we made it really big so you can see it. Yours isn't going to be this big. But this is the assembly diagram, and we'll talk about this too, but it will show you how to put it together. It actually shows you how many pieces you need to cut, so for instance, the die 5 is our half square triangles. It'll tell you how many of each of those you're going to need to cut. and then over here, how many units you need to make of each. And we'll walk you through this hand in hand. The nice thing is when it's a video and you have these handouts, you can watch it over and over again. You can reread it. You can ask us questions here at the shop, but then we're going to talk about how to put it together. And then also, I will include notes on what I recommend for pressing so that, your seams are going to nest together, so you're going to get a perfect point. And then also any tips and tricks that I may have come along the way. We're also going to have a closed Facebook group, aren't we?
Yes.
Which I'm super excited about. If you guys know me, I don't do Facebook, so this is going to be really great.
We're going to pull her into the 21st century.
I'm going to do it. Jordan, are you so happy for me? So anyways, we're going to do a closed Facebook group, which is great because it's just going to be you and us, and then we're going to be able to post your you'll post your progress along the way. You'll be inspiring to each other. You can ask questions, but it'll be really exciting to do this together. And all of those things are just for $99 for 10 months, which is awesome. And at the end, if you decide you want to keep up, we're not judging you. We know everybody has busy lives, and you may not get to it every month to get everything done that you need to, but you'll have what you need to do it. But if you decide you want to keep up, at the end of it, we're going to have like a viewer's choice. Whoever wins, you get an Accuquilt die of your choice for a value up to $99, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, super exciting. So all you need is your fabric. You're also going to need the 8-inch cube. I'm going to grab it real quick right here. So we have an 8-inch cube that you're going to need to do this, as well as the 8-inch companion corners and the 8-inch companion angles. And if you remember, for those of you who don't have a cutter yet, if you get the Ready, Set, Go, this is already in it. That is the best value ever, that little kit. So it's super fun. You are going to love it. This is like all the rulers you need in it. So if you have any questions, just let us know. But I would love to meet with all of you every month. All right. I think that's it. Do you have anything else you want to add?
Well, I just want to add that for those of you that just bought this system and you're thinking, oh my gosh, that quilt looks really hard, I guarantee you that Joyce will make it simple. She is really methodical in how she teaches you, and it's step by step. You get perfect cuts with Accuquilt, so your sewing is going to go together really easily.
Yeah.
So I'd say if you're new to Accuquilt, don't be intimidated by this club. Jump in, because by the end of it, you will totally know what you're doing.
And you'll be so proud of yourself.
And we'll be proud of you too. All right. Well, I think that's about it for today. You have anything else you want to say?
No, I don't think so. We're looking forward to hearing from all of you, and it's so good. This is the way we're going to stay connected until we can actually all be together again.
Yeah. So we'll see you next week, 4 o'clock. Fun at 4.
Bye.